Yo, 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 what up? This your man Sham Phoenix. You are now tuned into the Stitch Sham Show. Again, I'm one half of the team, the other half.
It's Stitch Early. What's up, y'all?
Man, so today is episode 30.
Yes.
I guess that's not a milestone, is it? No.
I always think that I just
always
say
like
the tens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that. Today's a
We'll go with
milestone.
that.
We're
You know
just
what I mean?
throw
We
ourselves
can go
into a
have our
milestone.
own milestone.
Today is a milestone for us. 30 episodes. We got a lot to talk about today. Of course, last night was the, I guess it was considered a presidential debate, but it was with the vice presidentials.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris and Mike Pence did a debate. Now, I myself, due to the travesty of the first presidential debate, decided not to watch, even though I think that Senator Harris and Mike Pence are a little bit more seasoned in politics.
Yeah. I knew for a fact going into this one, I knew it wasn't going to be that.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be what
it wasn't going to be that,
yeah.
but watching it, so I didn't watch the whole thing either.
Yeah,
I watched
just
parts.
like part of it.
Watching it, I understand why like Donald Trump would have Pence as his vice president.
Okay,
like Pence has some very like Trump-esque
type things,
you know, going on.
He just
with
has
him.
In a more conservative.
It's just in a
jar.
more conservative. So there was like times last night where it's like, hey, y'all have 2 minutes, you know, to talk. Where he'd be at like 2 minutes and 30, and you would hear the moderator saying, "Vice President, it's time to vice." And he would talk as if he didn't yell, he didn't scream. He would just keep talking as if he didn't even hear her. Like, I'm gonna finish what I have to say.
You're like, okay.
Yeah. So it was a lot of that. I heard especially on his side. Pretty much every time he talked and his time was up, he was like, "I'm gonna finish this.
I'm just keep talking.
I'm gonna keep talking until I finish talking."
Yeah, because the only thing I really saw was, again, they showed faces of Kamala Harris, and then they showed this flower on Mike Pence's head, and that's the only thing I seen mostly about the whole thing. I was telling myself, I was like, I'll probably like lay back today and like watch it in full.
That was the highlight of the night. The fly.
But the fly on his head seemed to be like the star of the show, and that's the thing, is the reason why like I decided that I was like, you know, I'm not really going to watch it because really they don't really get into much policy in anything. It's kind of some banter back and forth every now and then, but there's always, in this time frame that we live in, we pick these other stars of the show.
These memeable, I would say memeable things.
Yes. So we're not even really watching it to get information anymore. We're watching it to see if something's going to happen that we can now use as a meme later.
And I'm wondering if what the viewership was on this one as opposed to the presidential one. Just because I know there are probably a number of people that watched it just to compare. I don't even really care what's going on. I just want to see.
It don't matter.
Are y'all gonna wild out like they wild out?
Yep.
Like,
and that's all I wanted. That's all. So for me, I didn't watch it, but I probably will today. Like go back and see if I can glaze over it. Because like at this point, I don't even feel like we're talking politics anymore. It doesn't feel like it.
It seems like it's more a popularity contest.
Yes.
At this point, where it's like, well, no, I don't really rock with him, so I'm over here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know because if you ask most people, they don't know too much about the policies and things of that nature. It's just more or less, do I like this person or do I not like this person?
Exactly, and it's not even like about policy.
Yeah, it's not about he has actual policies. And he's going to put things in place that are actually going to affect me and help me out in my life. It's just like, nah, I'm just not rocking with him.
Yeah, and like past presidential debates, there has been some bipartisanship going on where it's like, even though the Republicans are not the party that I would normally represent, I can still listen to some of their arguments and find some common. Like, you know what? That
and see what I can take from.
It does not seem like that at all. It seems like an actual war, like a civil war, like Democrats on this side, Republicans on this side, and if we had guns, we'd probably shoot each other.
And I feel that if it was reversed, it would be the same thing. Like I feel that if wherever Trump was going to be on, whatever side he was going to be on,
that's what it's going to be.
Then the other side is just like, nah, we can't have that.
Yeah, and for me, that's the thing that is like I'm not really down for that part of it.
Yeah,
that to me, turns the presidential election into Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah,
Like,
which
that's
I mean,
basically what happens.
and pretty much what we have in the office now is a reality show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you saw the video that he took his time out to. So he put out a video.
Yeah.
The president put out a video
About Corona.
Nah, so it's him landing in a helicopter. So it lands on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
You know, he gets out of the helicopter. He walks up, you know, to the balcony, and then he just stands on the balcony and waves. And it's like, you know, the presidential music behind it. So somebody took the video and they put Meek Mill's intro behind that joint. They put, hold up, wait a minute, and the plane lands. Like, you got to see that joint. So I was like, you took time out of your Corona schedule to go shoot a video and put a video of you waving, just like he took time to leave the hospital, to get in a vehicle to go wave to the American public. We don't care about your wave.
So it's just this thing. It just, my appetite for it is very low. Like,
I'm just ready for it to be over.
Yeah, I just don't wish to concern myself with it. I'm going to vote. That I am going to do, but the extra stuff is like there's nothing at this point that Donald Trump can say to make me think to change my vote.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
And there's nothing that Joe Biden hasn't done anything to really earn my vote.
Yeah, besides have an actual stint as a part of the government.
Yes. Because to me, Joe is old.
Yeah,
Joe on his last leg.
Yeah.
Joe got a rusty kickstand.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, we're really voting for Kamala Harris.
Basically. And I think
so
it's hard for us
Biden.
to say that because we don't want to wish.
You don't want to wish.
The ground
but
nobody.
that is like.
But Joe is on his last leg.
That's the honest joint. Like, you are voting for Kamala Harris and not so much Joe Biden.
And she seems like a bulldog to me. Mm-hmm. She seems like she's got the chops.
Yeah.
To run.
I mean, even how she handled herself in the debate. I think, you know, oftentimes as African Americans, like, we can get the stigma of, you know, the angry black man, the angry black woman. You know what I mean? And I think that she did a great job of not allowing that to be placed on her in the debate, but still holding her ground and being steadfast in her points and addressing what she had to address. Like, even when he would go on and on and on, and it was her time, she was like, okay, now that it's my time, so hold on, first off. And she would get to her point.
Get it in there.
And it's like, I'm going to get this point out, and then I'll move on to the next thing. So, I mean, that was really, really it. Like, I would have to, like, look back at it, but I haven't. Like I said, I tapped in at points, you know, throughout the evening, but it was something that I necessarily didn't want to,
like, indulge.
I was like, I'm good.
I think that's, like I said, after the first presidential debate, I can understand if people like felt like that. Like, I'm not doing this to myself.
Like, I'm not gonna sit through this.
But shout us out to the fly that sat on Mike Pence's head. I'm only saying it because it was funny. It was funny.
And I think the nowadays, just anytime there's anything on television, anything there is that a large segment of the population is viewing because of social media. As much as you're watching to watch, you're also watching for, oh man, what is going to be posted about? What is going to be the meme?
What segment can I snatch out?
In going into the last memeable thing that I saw was Tyler Hero's mean mug.
Oh yeah,
that he gave during the Lakers game
trying.
3. He did. He tried,
but that jump was terrible.
tried. Y'all remember we talked? He's like, he looked more like Elvis than.
Yeah, you
like
can't have luxurious hair and meme mug.
And it wasn't scary. You had a fade and locks, like you know, it wasn't. And so a lot of people after yesterday's game the last game 4, when LeBron dunked on him going down the lane and throwing on the floor. So a lot of people turned his meme mug was like before, and then after they paused it on his face as he was falling. Exactly. And it was like the before after, you know what I mean, of that. Because I will say, we talked after game 3.
Yeah.
And it was like,
What are we doing?
What is we doing? Like,
and they did the same things in Game 4.
Yeah, they did. They
really did.
The only difference in Game 4 is that they actually hit some shots.
Yep, that's it.
That was
Game
it.
3, they missed a lot of shots.
They missed a lot of shots
down the stretch.
Yeah, and it was just Game 3 and I think Game 4 were stressful games to watch.
Yeah, they were very stressful. Because my thing is this. One thing that, like, and I hate saying this because I love the game, but I feel like there's something going on. Mm-hmm. And there's too much money to be made.
Yeah.
And when that happens, things start getting tainted. And we praise LeBron for his basketball IQ. Mm-hmm. Why do you have 14 turnovers between 2 games? I just don't understand.
Yeah, it was a lot. And some of the and I think it's different when it's when there's forced turnovers. You know what I mean? I throw a pass and somebody just gets the hand.
Yeah,
on
like,
it, goes
no,
out of bounds.
you are
when
literally
it's like
making
unforced
clear turnovers.
Yeah, unforced turnovers, like no one did anything. You just threw the ball in the wrong
out
place.
Of bounds. Just threw it out of bounds.
Man, and I think that was like probably the most stressful thing in watching it because, for one, I think on the last episode when we talked, I felt that the Heat were going to win Game 3. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was going to be in that fashion with Jimmy Butler having 40 points, triple-double. You know what I mean? But I felt that they were going to take one game in the series because the Lakers sometimes they seem to get laxed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do hit chill mode
at certain points where they'll coast and be like, oh, we can hit the switch at any time.
Yeah,
and I think the thing with LeBron and AD is like y'all might be able to hit the switch at any time.
Yeah, but not everybody else.
Everybody else on your team
don't got that.
Because as much as like the Lakers in actuality, it's not a good team.
Yeah.
In the sense of when you just look at the pieces.
Yeah.
It's AD, LeBron, and then they have just a lot of like they don't have a go-to third person. Like it switches from time to time.
I'll say this. This is my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. I don't think that AD or LeBron are the Finals MVP. Mm-hmm. I don't.
Who would you say?
I would say Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is.
Okay.
He's probably been the most. The thing is this, right?
I can see it. I can see it to a certain extent.
He's been the most consistent, even though LeBron and AD has scored more points than him. Mm-hmm. He's been the most consistent player in this finals.
I'll say that I think a lot of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I don't refute that.
Yeah,
I can see how you could say like, oh, okay, because of what he does.
Yeah,
but with LeBron, there's certain things that he does within the game, like when it does look like, like even on the last game in Game 4, it was like, okay, this is looking like, it's looking like, and then LeBron comes down, he hits a 3, then he hits another 3, so now they're back in it, and then who pops up and hits the next 5 points right after LeBron scores those 6 is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. It's the layup. And then it's LeBron coming down and kicking it to the corner, and so I see what you're saying. Yeah, like I see what you're saying in the sense of he has been out of all of the others, the one that's been the most consistent. And then I think right after him, the person that I don't think necessarily like he seems that he's just always ready. Like he don't ever seem shaken by the moment is Kuzma.
Yeah, or Caruso.
Like.
Those guys are
like they don't seem like they're shaken.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? By the moment, like Kuzma, when it's time, like when he starts going, he's going. You know what I mean? So where sometimes you don't even realize that he out there, and then it'll be like, oh, Kuzma with a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, Kuzma with a, you know what I mean? It'll be a play. So yeah. So I hopefully tomorrow they can just. It's not one of the Game 3, Game 4. Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Do they start that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Like, for real, during Corona. Yeah. Like, I don't know what day.
Yo, that's too funny. Yeah, nah.
That's crazy. Okay, so it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. Because I don't know why it was the extra. Normally, it's every other night.
Yeah.
But they moved it. I don't know. And it might have been.
Thursday night football or something like that.
It has something to do with it. Because that's why they moved the last on that Monday.
Because, like, this is my thing. I think the Lakers need to do 2 things. And these are, like, things that, I mean, I guess they're basketball things. Mm-hmm. They need to learn how to feed the hot hand. Mm-hmm. The Lakers do not do a good job of that. Anthony Davis will score 4 buckets in a row, and then LeBron will be like, I'm going to take a 3 from half court. And you'd be like,
Yeah, they'll go in another direction.
Why
Yeah,
do
I
that?
agree
Why
with that.
give Anthony Davis the basketball?
Yeah.
And win the game.
And go with that until it's not happening.
Yeah.
But then I think too sometimes Anthony Davis can be passive.
And that happens.
Yeah, I feel sometimes like because you'll see even yesterday's game, the first play of the game, they drove down. Like the one thing LeBron is always trying to do is get AD. He comes down, he throw the ball to AD.
Yeah.
Like
he
let's
does.
see it. Let's see how we going.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to go to you first to get you started, and then because I think LeBron in his head knows like okay I can get started at any he didn't have a good first half.
Yeah, that first half was horrible.
And then his second half was great. You know what I mean?
And the other thing that I think they have to do is when you get the defensive matchup right, play it right. Like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope when he's on Duncan Robinson, because he's guarded Duncan Robinson a lot during this series. AD is not flashing to Duncan Robinson. He's paying attention to Jimmy Butler, which you should, but Jimmy Butler's not going to take no three.
And just staying on his man. Whereas Jimmy's not trying to shoot. Like I think he shot 1 3 yesterday, and I think it was a joint because it was like, you're giving me this. I gotta take it.
Yeah. But that's not something he does. And Duncan Robinson is letting these shots off, and I'm like, well, if AD was there, if AD just flashes and keeps his hand high until Kentavious Caldwell-Pope can gather them, this switch thing is just like, I'd be like, man, I don't like the switch.
Like, just stay on your man, unless like you have to.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of those things, because I think that's what happened with the Clippers with the Mavericks. Yeah. Like it was I'm guarding Luka. And then, the switch is coming. All right, I'll just switch. I'm not gonna try to fight around it. I'm gonna just switch.
And it just
now you give them exactly what they want.
You got open drives, open buckets. Yeah. I just think that whoever created this switch thing, because I just don't remember that being a thing. It's like, no, guard your man.
Switch was always in my head. Switch was always a thing, like the last resort.
Yes.
Like if somebody sets an amazing screen on me and I know I can't get around, hey, switch, get
him.
Yeah, if it's that, or if you know that both people can equally guard this person.
Yes. Then I don't mind doing
then you can say, hey, we're going to switch that every time because I know you can guard him just as well as I can.
Underneath, like LeBron has religiously done it.
Yeah, just like moving out the way.
Game 3 was just like, okay, I'm done guarding. I'm done guarding Jimmy Butler.
Because they did the same thing. They went to whoever was guarding Caldwell-Pope. They were like, we're going to switch him, and now I'm just going to back you down.
Yep.
And I'm going to hit that little turnaround.
Yep.
I'm going to hit the little turnaround jumper and call it a day.
And that turnaround for Jimmy Butler is hard on AD and Kuzma. He can't get that shot off.
Yeah.
Because like even in Game 4, he tried to get that shot off a couple times,
and it was short or it got blocked.
It was a rough shot for him to take. So my thing is the Lakers have all the ingredients to get the job done. I feel like they're prolonging it, and it's like,
I feel like right now they should be.
Yeah, we should
like it should have been over.
Should have been done.
Been over Tuesday. Like,
should have been done.
Yeah. So my hopes is that on Friday,
that this thing is
that they come in, they do what they have to do, and they get it done. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Heat got the one.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
I'm ready to see the draft, to be honest. Yeah. I'm ready to see where things are going.
That's next month, right?
November.
Okay.
They're going to do it in November. Now they don't know when they're going to start the season, so that's like
January. They were thinking about January, but
they're trying to see how long it's going to take to give the players a break who were in that bubble for technically almost 90 days now.
3 months. Yeah.
That joint is crazy. So, so tomorrow is Game 5. It is elimination game for Heat.
Yeah.
It'll be a continuation game for the Lakers if they lose. I hope they don't either. It's just like, come on, just finish this.
Just go ahead and finish it.
Like
I think that they need to come out the gate stronger.
Yeah, fast break.
Like they don't turn that on until later.
Third quarter.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all need to come out the gate.
Yeah.
Like hitting them hard out the gate.
It might just be hard to get amped up in that environment.
That is true. It could be a thing because when you have fans and stuff, and you dunk on somebody, it's like there's a whole crowd, amping you up. You just looking at the screen with somebody flat face on that joint.
Bama's on the screen.
Exactly.
It's cool. So I think that might be why it's so hard for them to like get themselves up to go. And you're tired of being there. The food is probably not that great. Like all the things you can think of that's going on that you like. I just want to go home.
And I'm like, one more day. So hopefully
Knock it out.
Lakers can figure out whatever dilemmas there are.
Yeah.
And get into it.
Yeah. So, Game 5 Friday. I know I'll be watching. I watched. It's crazy that I watched all. I've never really done that in the finals. Is watch all the games.
Yeah, I watched all them games.
I've watched all the games. They've been entertaining though. I have to give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
If they were trying to make it entertaining, they
did a good job
of that.
I didn't know how it was gonna work out.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see the draft. There has been some fluctuations though in the NBA draft. It looks like the Charlotte Hornets are getting ready to try to trade up.
Oh, okay. To get
the number one spot.
Because who were they thinking about getting?
They want a youngin from Georgia, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, they want Anthony Edwards. But they're saying that I think the Timberwolves number one. Timberwolves I think are number one.
I think Timberwolves had the first pick.
Timberwolves are number one, and I think the Timberwolves want
LaMelo.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know how that dynamic's gonna work. I was reading an article that was saying that the Hornets are thinking about trading up.
Because what number are the Hornets?
Hornets are 3.
Right now, they're 3. Okay, so they would trade up.
Yeah.
And so, okay.
They would trade up to 1.
And it would probably, if they did it, it would probably be the top 3 figuring something out. Kind of like how when the Magic
traded with the Warriors
got Chris Webber, but they got Chris Webber knowing that the Warriors
were
going to trade for Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's happening. The Warriors pick is probably going to be Wiseman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just to fill out size. I don't think they need any guards. They got enough guard play.
For sure.
I think Wiseman will probably be their best choice. It could be wrong. They could go for something else, but this is what's like the mocks. Yeah, the mock stuff that they put out. Okay. After that, it's kind of toss up for everybody.
It is after them first 3.
Yeah, you can kind of get who you want. So, but they're thinking that what they'll do is they'll basically precede the off season here in October. Mm-hmm. So like the time frame that normally happens around June or July, where you sign in free agents and stuff like that. They're going to give it a test run to do the free agency before the draft.
Okay, gotcha.
To see if that better helps people pick
to get the players, the right fits for the right team.
Fits for the team,
gotcha.
Opposed to like, well, we drafted this guy and
we don't even need.
We don't
got
even
him
really
because
need him, but we got him, so he just kind of sits. So they're gonna run through that. Adam Silver, kind of talked about a couple different type of layouts that they're gonna go with. So I'm really kind of excited. I'm done with the finals. I'm like, let's just beat them so we can get to see how things will play out. So that should be dope in a whole. And their whole kind of like marketing campaign for the next season is this like more useful team structuring, like using the G League.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why they've been pushing to get like, hey, if you're not gonna go to school, hey, we'll pay you what $500,000 is what they paid. I forget his name.
Jalen Green. I think.
And is it Jalen? It is Jalen something.
Yeah, something like that.
But paid him $500,000. Hey, come to the G League, get ready for the draft. So.
And they've also been talking about adding a 3rd and 4th round.
Okay.
And the 3rd and 4th round is for those players would most likely go to the G League.
To the G League. Okay, got you. But it's like at least a team can kind of like how a lot of baseball teams have their minor league where they can draft them and put them in the minors.
And then they'll get a chance to play summer league, and then if it doesn't work out, then you take your G League assignment.
Got you.
These are things that they've been like kind of tossing out and kind of running by the public to see how they feel about it.
Okay.
So I like to see what they're going to do in the off season, because this off season is going to be really weird due to everything that took place.
And even how the new season
like you're going in the middle of the winter, like
is it going to be the 2021 season or is it the 21 season? Because normally we would be into the we would be in the 2021 season right now.
So this will probably just be like the
2021 season.
So it's gonna be pretty awkward and just a little different. But just since we're talking about awkward and differentness, I watched The Social Dilemma last night, and talking about awkward, it made me feel weird about my life.
Like, have I actually been wanting to do?
Like, have I been in? Am I actually in control of my thoughts?
Yeah.
Or am I being played? And I think that I'm in control of my thoughts.
Son, that joint, and it's things like I said. There's some things in it.
Yeah, that are age old. Like
that
we
you
know.
go like, oh man, they've been doing this.
Yeah.
Now it's just here. You know, it used to
Yeah.
just be on TV and billboards and things like that. But then I think when it gets into when you see the manipulation, that goes a lot deeper.
Whew.
I think that was like anyone who has not seen The Social Dilemma.
Yes, please watch it
on Netflix. You have to go watch it.
Watch it.
Because a lot of things that you may question or that you may not have known, they answer it in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would always find it funny. Like we could be talking about something, and then I go on my phone and I'm like, yo, why are they showing me pictures of Nikes?
Yeah,
like
right.
I didn't even. I hadn't typed in Nike. I didn't do any of that. Why are they showing me shoes?
That joint is
You know
crazy.
what I mean? So they listening.
Oh,
I
man.
feel that joint. They listening at all times.
I think the thing that I took away most from it was me and my wife were having a conversation about just how we conduct ourselves and talk and share ideas and share things. And sometimes you could be having an issue with your spouse or a friend or anything you can think about, and not really know what the problem is. And the people that were in this documentary were saying it seems harmless. You don't even know that it's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm going, how many people have contributed their communication issues to the fact that they overload on their phone?
Yeah.
How many relationships, mom and dad, brother and sister, husband and wife,
Friends, like I've been at the park. I've went to Baker Park and been walking around the park with my wife and seen like people walking in the park, but just like this. Like it's like a group of 6 friends and they all just walking like this. And I'm like, hold up, so y'all came to the park to be on y'all phones and walk around the park? Like, and not saying that, you know, we all tap in and okay. Yeah. But I think when it becomes it almost becomes like a drug, oh
no, it is.
Like when you don't if you don't have sugar, how people get headaches, or you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't get your fix, like it's like, nah, what do I gotta do to get that? You know what I mean? And you could see I've been around people and been like, hey, you want to get off the phone so you can, all right, I ain't gonna be on my phone all the time. Yeah, hey, calm it down. It's all right. Like I'm just saying, hey, we about to watch a movie. Like, you know?
And it's so crazy because like people will take away a lot of people just took away the spying thing. And for me, I was like, yo, they are trying to change behaviors.
Yeah.
Like human behavior.
Yeah. And and the crazy thing is not even so much changing it, but inciting behaviors.
Yes.
Like no, we need you to feel this way.
Yeah, we need you to.
We need you to do this, and we know that if you're feeling this way, oh man,
you're
at this
more
time
likely to spend
you're more
money
likely
on
to
this.
do this. Like,
because
if we can get you to feel a certain way, and if we can find out when you're feeling those ways, then we can manipulate that feeling.
Content, to make you feel that way.
Exactly,
and then.
So it becomes a big game of manipulation.
Yes.
We're manipulating the content based on how we manipulated you in order to feed on this content to now do what? Purchase something or scroll on something or
we feed you
post
an ad.
Something. Yeah.
Because we just need to show you the ad. You don't have to actually click on the ad. We just need to show it to you because we told the people that gave us money that you're going to see.
Because you're the person they need to be showing this ad to.
And it
you
just
fit
was
the
like,
demographic.
So, like, me and my wife were just having a conversation about how, because even the other part was, there is no counter to your thoughts or feelings or the things that you like anymore. Like, you go on social media, and if you strictly like raw hip hop, you can just feed yourself raw hip hop, 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 to the point that you don't listen to nothing else. And everything else doesn't matter. And someone could come to you and be like, "Yo, Cardi B got this song. It's pretty good. And you should listen to it." You're like, "I'm not listening to Cardi B. I listen to Common, Tyler, Quality."
And you have a lot of people that fall into that, and it's based off of what their phone tells them. You know what I'm saying? And I think I think the problem comes when we can't necessarily differentiate like what's real from what's not.
Yeah.
Like there's things that I feel how I feel on, and no phone or no person can tell me how to feel on those things. Like, nah, this is what I like to listen to.
Yeah.
And cool. I'm actually thankful that you keep feeding me this, because this is what I like to listen to. And then there's some people that it's like, it's groupthink. It's like something will happen and then everyone is saying this. Yeah. So it's like, oh, well, this is what I'm seeing. So if it's all this, then this must be true. This is what it is. And now I feel this way about it, and I don't know if I really feel this way about it,
or if I'm just feeling this way about it because
everyone else is feeling this way about it. Exactly.
And that's the thing that really got me, because, like, for instance, like if because there was a time where I thought like white people had to know that black people were getting beat up by the police, but now that I look at Social Dilemma, I'm like, maybe they're right. Maybe they didn't, and maybe it didn't come down there.
And I'm pretty sure, like, even in that, I'm pretty sure there's a segment who literally are within their own bubble. Yeah. Are in their own bubble. They're fed what they're fed, and then when they come out of their bubble and it's like, oh, that was going on, and you like, yeah, how you ain't know that? Oh, well, because X, Y, and Z. This is what. Oh, okay. Now I can. So yeah, it's definitely understandable.
Yeah. And another thing that, watching this, it made me feel like the coronavirus was something that was premeditated. And I know this sounds crazy, but just watching the Social Dilemma made me think, like, what would we turn to in the wake of being stuck in our homes? Yeah, and we would turn to our devices and our electronics, and
you think about in the fact of, like, even with the coronavirus, like, I remember watching, they had a documentary on Netflix that was literally like this. Yeah. Before, and this was at the beginning of the year. This was before, like, it was a thing. So it's like it's not. That's why when you say that, it's like, it's not a crazy thing. Yeah. There's not too many things that I hear nowadays that are too far fetched where I'd be like, nah, that couldn't be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and it's only because we've seen it. Like, we literally lived it, where the internet, in general, social media, it'll tell you what you want to hear. Like, I can go on the internet and I can be like, I can type in the craziest thing ever, and there will be one other person, two other people that go, nah, I felt the same way. Yo, it's a whole article on that.
I hate fried fish.
Yeah, yep.
Fried fish is terrible.
Yeah, fried fish.
And it give you all the reasons that fried fish are horrible. Yep. But if I type in "I love fried fish,"
it'll be like, "Oh, these are the health benefits. These are all the great things. These are the health benefits of it." And this is the.
Be like, so which one? Which one?
Which one?
Like, even when they were talking about the climate change thing, where they were like, depending upon where you live at, if you type it in, it could say something different.
Yep. It can say something totally different.
Like, if you're in California right now, it's climate change a thing, they would be like,
yeah, I see it firsthand. I see it. It's all on my news feed.
Yeah, man. It's so. Yeah. This stuff is so deeply rooted into some of the most craziest things, and I'm thinking about the conversation. I was telling Kia about the conversation, my wife, about the conversation that we had about after doing Black Gold, what we felt.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is the thing that is the most natural thing, right? Like, before, I felt like we sat and we made music thinking somebody should like this so that we can go to the next level.
Yeah, like, if you like this, it's then gonna propel me. Yes. Your liking on it propels me.
Yes. So I need to make things that propel me, opposed to making things that I like and make me feel good about myself.
More sustaining things that sustain me more or less than propel.
Then like, okay, I'm gonna feel good for the moment because I'm getting a bunch of likes, or a bunch of people are like fire emoji, like, these type of things. So watching the Social Dilemma and then, like, referencing back to what we were talking about, like, that's the counter to that.
It's almost the disconnecting.
Yeah, the pressure is gone. I don't have to meet anybody's expectations or anybody's standards. I'm making what I like, how I like, when I like.
Yeah.
The way
and not based upon something, because even when people post pictures, all of those things, it's a thing of like, nah, I got to get the right angle. I got to
Yeah,
get the right
man.
this. I got to get the why not because not for you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And I'll say not for everybody. There are some people that are into that, and it is for them. Like, nah, I need to get this how I like it.
Yeah.
And then there's a large segment of people that no, I have to post this, and it has to be this way, and this look, and this lighting, because they're only gonna like it if I do it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get my likes. Look, it's likes going up right now. So I'm not posting this because like, oh man, I just thought that this was dope and I posted it. It's like, nah, I'm posting it because of the validation that I'm gonna get from me posting it.
Yeah.
And that's gonna help to propel my self-esteem up more. You know what I mean? Rather than, nah, my feed is my feed. I post what I post. I don't post what I don't post. It is what it is.
Yeah, it just excuse me, it's just really crazy. Like I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was like really blown away because like you kind of know those things are going on, but to have someone confirm it and be like, no, that's what's happening.
And especially somebody who was doing it.
Yeah,
like that was,
these are the creators.
These are the creators. These are people that were like, nah, yeah, we created that in order to do this. Like that was the reason.
Adjunct, like the dude who created the Google search engine was like, I don't even use the Google search engine. I use something else.
Yeah.
The dude who
the guy
started
from Pinterest,
YouTube was like, no, I don't give my kids social. Like these people created it and are saying, I'm not giving my children that.
Like I used to work there, and I know what we put in there to get you to come back, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna, in a sense, like watching it, it was also that other joint of like, yo, I'm gonna make the cigarettes, but I'm not gonna smoke them.
Nope. Not at all. But you can buy a pack.
But you can buy a pack. Yo, I tell you where to get them at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like even like they would post these quotes like periodically throughout the thing, and the one quote said there's only 2 industries that call their customers users. He said that's technology and drugs.
Yeah. No, that is true. Yeah. Be like, these are users, and we about to push. I'm your pusher. Like,
that joint is crazy.
And but in social media, that's what it is. Like, I've seen somebody on the phone like driving in front of me and like almost go into like in the other lane. Like, yo, just you could just
get off the phone.
Just wait. You could just wait. Like you could wait. You could wait till you get to the light. You could wait till you hit a stop sign. Like there's so many places that you could wait before you do that. You know what I mean? Like,
I have realized where I have fallen victim to it.
Cause you get lost. It's a thing that it almost like lulls you.
Yeah. Like
you can hop on and you could just be like,
it seemed like
you could be like, man, I'm gonna just go. Yeah, because it's like, and then you end up. And this is just so easy.
They said it. It said it seems harmless.
Yeah, it seems
like who am I hurting? I'm just moving.
But then you look up and you was like, man, I got on here at 1 o'clock.
It's 3:30.
Like, oh snap! I've been on this joint for 3. I done missed the appointment I had. Like I done, like yeah.
My mom, who gets up at like 4 o'clock, she has to be at work by 6. I normally take her, leave the house by 5 to take her to work. There's been several occasions where my mom was like, I'm sitting in the kitchen, drinking my coffee, scrolling on my phone, and I realized it's 5:45. And I should have been left.
But I was.
But I got caught up, and I don't even know how I got caught up or why I got caught up. And it's just, those type of things are alarming to me, and only because I remember a world without them.
Yeah. And where you really did have, I think back then there was more of a control, and I think even as much as with our phones, as much control as we feel we have, we've also relinquished that control to others because you didn't create Instagram, you didn't create YouTube, you didn't create Facebook, so that now it's on your device. Yeah. But these are other people's things that they're controlling, and I think like one of the parts in it where it was like this kid like decided to. They have like reenactments, this kid decided to not be on his phone. Like he's like, fine, I'm not gonna be on my phone for a week.
Chilling.
I'm good. He's chilling, and the algorithm is like, man, we got to get him back on his phone. Yeah. Like, what's the way? Him and his girlfriend just had a fight, and they got into it. Yo, put this. She's out with some dude, like, or she posted a pic with some guy.
She's in another relationship.
Yeah, in another relationship, or she changed her relationship status or something like that.
Yeah. Ex-girlfriend changed her relationship.
Yeah, something
status.
like that. Yep. Yeah, and then like he has his phone. He just hasn't been going on it because his phone is cracked too.
Yeah.
And so on this cracked phone, he sees that pop up. Hasn't been on his phone for a few days.
Yep.
But it's like they send the thing over that says
and he back.
And now he back. It's like we got him.
Yep. And then they start feeding them stuff and feeding them stuff.
And it's like I've seen it firsthand where like I've not been on social media. Mm-hmm. Especially, I think Facebook might do it more than anybody.
Oh yeah, Facebook does a lot.
And like not been on social media, and then like randomly one day it'll just be like, Sharon just updated her status, and I'm like, who is Sharon?
Like, why did she update her
Yeah,
status?
like I might have 1,000 friends, but I don't know all of them.
Yeah.
Like I was like, who is Sharon? And so it's a thing that you look at, and you can either click it because you're like, well, I want to know who this is and why is it telling me this. But that's the thing of like, oh man, it got you.
Yep.
You back in now. You
and
tap back in.
It's super crazy. After watching it, I was just like, I was really kind of like blown away by the intricacies of it all and how deliberate they are about it. Like it would be one thing if like they were like, because there is some point of it where they were like, we created it and now it's kind of like taking on a mind of its own.
Like it was created to. Yeah. Oh man, it's somebody over there because I know with Facebook was first in the beginning. It was only colleges.
Yeah, it was just connect.
It was just colleges too. Like if you weren't in college,
you
couldn't have a Facebook.
Yeah.
Like I remember when it first came out, it was like to connect college students, with their friends and stuff that's in other schools. Yeah. And then they opened it up. You know what I mean? And it was a thing to where it's just like, oh, you used to live in Japan and now you live in the States, which now you can hit your peoples that's over there
that you remember. Yep.
And it grew from that to now we're having advertisements.
Yeah.
So now we got to sell stuff, and we can't sell stuff if nobody's on here. Nobody's not on here. So what do we got to do? We got to make sure they stay on here.
Yeah.
Because we got these ad dollars that we need to push. We got different products and stuff that we need to push. So if they're gonna keep giving us money, we got to make sure that the user is using.
It's super wild.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was really taken back by it because, again, like you said, it, and you never think that someone would admit to it, but these people are sitting and they're like, no.
I used to work dangerous. For them, and
it's super dangerous.
I created the program that actually makes you tells you.
I was like, yo.
But that's the way crazy. When it's birthday notifications, all of those things. It's all those things are just a way for you to come back. Maybe after you say happy birthday, we'll throw an ad up, and then you can scroll, and then you might see a video because we know you like these types of videos.
Yep.
Like,
and I've fallen victim to the video hole many times. But like I watched Undisputed,
and then you end up.
Then what's the other jump? First take comes up. The next video is
Speak for Yourself.
Yeah, and all of these jumps. The next thing I know, I done watched 17 sports jumps.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, stand-up video comes out of nowhere, and I'm like,
oh man, where did this come? This way even when I was.
But they know he's probably bored with sports, but he loves stand-up.
Normally he watches 5 videos and then he moves on.
Yeah.
So let's throw something else. He likes Dave Chappelle.
So let's just throw that in there. Next thing you know, Dave Chappelle is on there telling a joke, and I'm like, I can't not watch Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Like that joke is crazy.
Son, that's how they do that joke. Hey, that joke is funny. And
it's just like you're
it's
manipulating
funny, like
me.
on the outside looking in, it's funny because like you can. I've been on it at times and been like, all right, yeah, y'all can tell I'm about to get off because that's all. Even like on Instagram, the search joint. That's all that is. It's a place where they throw everything that you like.
Yeah.
And you could just be on that one page. It's like, ooh, man, I missed that, and now you just stuck on that page.
That joint is crazy.
It is.
And you can even see it in stuff that like you only clicked on it for that one thing. Like say like you clicked on a picture of a girl in overalls. You really like the overalls. You don't like the girl.
And you was just like, oh, them joints look tough. Like I might cop.
But then the next thing you know, you getting like a bunch of jumps that look like the girl that was in the overalls,
but she don't got overalls on.
And you was like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't ask for that. I was looking at the overalls. I didn't like the girl that was in the overalls.
Literally have done that to where like me and Tanisha will send stuff. My wife will send stuff. Like workout stuff sometimes, like back and forth. So I remember I had sent her this joint. And it was a girl working out. Yeah. She had spandex on and stuff. Next thing you know, like my feed
was full of girls with spandex,
full of pop and all types of spandex. Like ain't nobody even working out no more.
Yeah, it's just like
just in spandex, and all I'm seeing is backs and necks turn.
Like, yeah, you were like, what the heck? That's not what I was looking for.
Nah, that joint is crazy.
It's a tangled web.
But that's the thing is like they for for the person who is the user that is comfortable being the user, that's the person they want, because it's like, nah, let's just keep giving him what he want, and then he'll stay here. He won't even go and look nowhere else.
Well, like I wonder if Jada Pinkett's feed is full of August Alsina.
I don't know. It might. At one point, it probably was.
You know what I'm saying? Like
at one point, it might have been. At
and
one
like
point,
that's
it
how
might
she
have
got
been.
entangled. That's going to be crazy, right?
It would.
If we found out that
Jada's
social
was
media,
different, though. Jada, she looked like she wanted to be entangled.
It's just when you think about stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I see
like,
what you're saying, though. In the
like
sense
you could
of
create an infatuation for a person
just based off of what's being put in your face.
Was being put in your feed.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for instance, like when I go into YouTube, Kev on Stage pops up immediately. Skip and Shannon pop up immediately. I don't have to go searching for
like
them.
I'm not even signed into my YouTube. As soon as I click on, majority of my YouTube, like my feed, is gonna be comedy, sports, and battle rap. Yeah, like that's literally,
and it's gonna be there.
And it's
you don't gotta go find it.
I don't gotta go find it.
You don't have to put it in the search engine.
As soon as I do, like if I was to turn YouTube on the TV right now, you're either gonna see Skip and Shannon. You're going to see Kev. You're going to see Dave Chappelle. You're going to see Jay Black. Like, you're going to see battle raps. Like, that's literally what's going to
happen. That joint is crazy, right?
And it's not even from, and like I said, I don't have an account. It's just literally from, that's what I watch. So they automatically go, well
we're going to give that's the joint.
We know he like this. So
that joint is
going to show him these joints. Like, here you go. So, like, I'll click on it and just be like, oh, I didn't even know that. Click.
And then it's now weird because YouTube, I was telling my kids, I was like, there was a time where it didn't give you no recommended videos.
Oh yeah, nah.
You had to search for what you wanted to see. Now I could turn on YouTube and just leave it on. It's going to play things that are in my interest.
Yep, it'll play things, and it'll play like I could literally be watching like Skip and Shannon, right? And it might play 2 or 3, and then all of a sudden, like the next video will be like a battle rap joint or something like that. Like it won't. It's like I didn't even search for that.
I didn't tell you that I wanted to see that.
I didn't say, but you
know.
He was probably like, oh, he getting tired of
Skip
he watched
Shannon.
like 3 LeBron joints. Like,
let's go ahead and put this on.
Yeah, and they don't really show no baseball stuff. It's mostly basketball or football. Like, you know what I mean? It's
crazy
because it reads that data. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is who, and based upon I can tell who's been watching on my YouTube. Yeah, based upon like if my daughter's on it and it's mad kid stuff, I was like, oh, she must have been sitting watching. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I came over and put your joint on, and it was like mad reality show stuff. I was like, your daughter must have been watching this.
She's watching it.
Yep, because it's like it feeds it to whoever it is, but. And you have some services that just do that automatically. Netflix does that. Yeah. Like if you have an account, like we each have an account, you go into Michaela's account, it's all kiddie stuff, all kid stuff. You go into my account, it's all my stuff. Yeah. So I can tell, like I can look at my joint and be like, babe, you been watching, like why you been watching stuff on my account? Like I don't watch this. Like,
why is this on there? Why they keep recommending these videos?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see this.
That joint it's so crazy.
It is.
And like it just makes you think to yourself like, man, I gotta scale back, I gotta slow down and start making sure that I'm in the driver's seat of my life.
Exactly. And it's not someone else driving and I'm just in the passenger seat.
Yeah. You know,
because literally that's majority of us. Like we think we're in the driver's seat,
but we not.
It's almost like when you get your license and you have to go driving, how they would have the steering wheel. They got the steering wheel and the brake over there.
Like, you thought you was
doing stuff. He's like, no, I saw you was about to hit that car. Yeah, and we're not doing that.
That joint is crazy. So like I said, even in our presidential election, it showed the effects of what's going on in our world. So like, be mindful of how you're using this thing here, the laptop, your tablet, because there's some things going on behind the scenes if you're not aware of those things. Yeah. Like I said, I would urge you guys to watch The Social Dilemma. It can scare you at times, but my thing is I believe that us as a people, we could kind of turn the tides on that. And what they're really asking for is the same thing that we're asking for as black people in America. They're asking for reform. They're asking for like, look, we need to regulate. And I think that's the thing that is happening in America. We've gotten so far away from regulation. Everything is about let me be free, let me do my thing. And it's like, well, no, I understand that you might be strong enough to do that, but we have to make sure that we put a safeguard for the people,
especially
who are not. And it's not that the thing is that I think we forget that us as a people have a responsibility to each other and then to the environment and to the things around us. And I think with what's going on, we've kind of lost a sense of that, right? Everybody can do what they want, when they want, how they want, and it's like that's cool to a point.
Like there has to be rules and stipulations.
Yeah, man,
and
there has
things
to be
like
some
that
things in place.
I think without those things, you have chaos because everybody can just move freely, do what they want to do. Yeah. And pretty much purge, like
it's basically how it works.
It's
and
like,
I know it sounds crazy for us to say those things, but it's just even if the world can't figure out, put safeguards in place for yourself, to protect you and your family and things like that.
And even when you take it even outside that, just to like bring it to the household. Yeah. Like even within your household, there's rules and stipulations that you put forth in your household that is like, oh no, well the reason why we don't sit on that with blue jeans is because
it's a white couch.
It's a white couch and it's gonna turn blue if we do that. So please don't sit on that if you have blue jeans on. Not saying you can't wear blue jeans, but just don't sit on that couch. There's 4 other couches. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a thing just saying that like there have to be stipulations and things, not necessarily something that is saying what you can and can't do, but how you can and can't do it.
Yeah. But what you can do, if you want to, go to patreon.com/UHRISE.
Yes.
And you can help us out so that way we can spread the message of the social dilemma on a regular basis.
Facts.
All right? And get you guys right.
Yeah.
Okay?
And hopefully your feed is full.
It's full
of Stitch Sham.
Hopefully you see a lot of us
you know what I'm saying?
When you go into your YouTubes and your Facebooks.
You know what I mean? Your IGs.
Because that's the only time we want that joke to
know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
as long as you stay in a lot of us.
Yeah, then it's good.
But
like,
don't watch a lot of everything else.
Everything else, that's too much. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, go to patreon.com/UHRISE. We also do music, so you can go to UHRISEmusic.com. Yes. We got the Black Gold project there. Again, it's a project that we're really, really proud of.
Very much so.
We had a studio session yesterday for another project, and it was like a really good studio session. And we didn't even make music.
We didn't.
Like we were just orchestrating things
orchestrating
and just having experiences, having conversations.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be great. So please go to UHRISEmusic.com. Check it out. Again, we thank you guys for all of the support, all the great comments. You guys see us out. You big us up. We thank you guys a lot for just supporting and watching. And we hope that what we share with you guys is something that you can use to build a better life and make things better around you. So we appreciate y'all guys. Thank y'all guys for checking us out. This has been the Stitch Sham Show. I am Sham Phoenix.
I'm Stitch Early.
And we are out, man. Peace.